Ready? Ready? My name is Danny and I just got 3,000 subs. And it feels good. I'm off key. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Well, that was good. You're like fucking Willie Nelson, but for YouTube.
Too sketchy.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? Too Sketchy coming at you with some of that Iron Harvest end of year wrap up gameplay slash trailer thing. I don't know. The Iron Harvest team just uploaded a video, and while this is not a reaction video because I did just watch it, but I wanted to go over every single scene to break down what is inside of it and hopefully get you excited for the future. Anyways, what I'm going to do now is just watch it once with you, my buddy, and then we're going to go back again and slow it down a bit and see what we can see. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to see it for yourself again. But for now, let's just undo the camera here and then press play. Also, turn up the volume and let's enjoy this.
Somebody shoot them!
Let me just turn that down. Cool. All right, so there was a lot of things happening here. Obviously, let's just do this guy. All right, yeah. Slow this down. Okay, cool. Turn down the music, and then we're gonna slow this down like so, and then talk about what we've just seen because there's a lot of things on here that I would like to break down. I'm not gonna go that slow. That's a bit too slow for me. So with this little reveal, it's not only, you know, going over what we've done or what they have accomplished so far, but also celebrating what's coming up next. With that being said, this is one of the multiplayer maps, by the way. River crossing. So in early 2019, they released a number of updates. I think it was Alpha 1, 2, and 3. 3 ending this year essentially, and they added a ton of new units. I noticed there's slight balancing in there as well between 2 and 3, Alpha 2 and 3. But what I wanted to showcase here is everything that we see on the screen. So right now, besides the Rosoviet mech, obviously everyone's super excited about, the infantry for the Rosoviets are getting their own individual icon for their semi-automatic shotguns, which is pretty cool to see as well. But currently, the person that's playing this game has Anna selected, and that's kind of what I wanted to showcase in this segment because the range. This is the first time we actually see her range, and that's another thing I'm really curious about because in other games that I support and or cast or do videos on, I love to break down numbers, armor values, hit points, statistics and stuff like that to really get a feel for how the game is played and or who's OP and who's not OP and stuff like that. I enjoy doing stuff like that, kind of like my tier list. But here we actually see one of the heroes' capabilities on how much range she has. Now she is a sniper, and being a sniper, you should be able to shoot really far. Now she's not even in screen right now, and she can still hit almost full screen of her not even being in screen, if that makes sense. She can pretty much pick off every unit that's inside of here, and she doesn't even need to be in screen. Now I don't know how far we are zoomed in. It doesn't look like we are zoomed in that much, but that's pretty powerful stuff. Let's just keep on playing here. We see that Rusviet's already said that they have their own icons. The Flamer mech again looks really cool. I'm super excited to hopefully be able to play him in late February, early March when the beta does come out. They implemented a bunch of new multiplayer things. There's that bowling ball mech up there towards the upper left. Intensified work on their 3 campaigns and added the 3rd faction with 9 heroes. So let's talk about that for a second. Excuse me, 9 heroes, which is a lot. That's a lot of individual and unique units and or heroes to be able to do. So in this game, we're gonna have essentially one main hero for each. So for Polania, it's going to be Anna. It's pretty much the poster child of Polania. The poster child for Saxony is going to be Gunther, who has his 2 wolves, Nacht and Tag. I don't know if they're going to be in the game, but in the lore, that's a thing. And then we have Olga, who is the Rusviet main hero. And then besides those 3, right, each faction is going to have 3 more heroes. And we do see that, and we've seen it in the past where there's this gorilla mech for Polania, and I don't know what other heroes or units are going to be specialized for the other ones. But the fact that there's 9 of them, that's a ton. And for us to be able to choose, I don't know how many we're going to be able to, but they did mention that in multiplayer, we'll be able to choose heroes whether they're in the game or not in the game. So you can, if you want to fight with your friends or in PvP, before the game starts in the pre-lobby, you're going to be able to be like, yo, let's play with heroes, and you just turn them on, and then at a certain time heroes come into the game. Or you're going to be like, I don't want any heroes, let's just play a straight up infantry versus mech kind of game, and just do that. No heroes, no special abilities. Pretty cool too, more standard gameplay. But we have a choice of 9 of them. That's 4 for each faction, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 for each faction. I don't know how to do math. So it's 1 main poster child and then 2 more. Yeah, I'm doing my math right now. That's pretty cool to see. And then obviously, when this game does become very successful, we're gonna be looking for more DLCs and additions to this game. Speaking of heroes, so right in front of us we have that gorilla mech I was talking about, which is the Polania one. That's probably one of them. I'm going to assume that this is one of them, because this is super unique. You don't see multiples of him. He's very featured. He's always in the spotlight, and it's being able to see a hero as operating a mech is really cool. Anna doesn't really have a mech, so I used to think that in the beginning every hero is gonna have a pet of some sort. That's what it seemed like. Olga has her tiger, Anna has a bear, Gunther has his wolves, and that's it. But that only seems to be the case for the poster child of the Saxony. For the game. However, the additional heroes seem like they are more focused on whether it's maybe a support or mech commando of some sort. So that's cool to see, and I was false in that, and I'm happy that I was false, that not every hero just has a pet. Just has this very cliche kind of thing. I'm like spitting at you guys, by the way. Sorry about that. In this scene, that was pretty cool to see the previs of it, how Anna gets into a train cart with the help of this big guy who seemed to be running from, I'm pretty sure that's a Rusviet mech in the background. So they're escaping the grasp of the Rusviets while making their getaway, and with, I don't know, a bunch of equipment or cart and stuff. And here we see the breakdown of the work in progress. Obviously, they signed with Deep Silver this year too. There's a lot of things that happened in 2019, believe it or not. Work in progress over here, stage 3. Now, for a stage 3 work in progress scene, if you look right up here, that shot alone, I know there's some motion blur going on, and obviously, since I'm kind of just watching it through YouTube and then processing through my rendering stuff, the quality is going to go down a bit. Again, links in the description below for you to be able to see it with your own eyes. But this looks really good to me, just for stage 3. Work in progress. Obviously, there's no shaders on this, on these box textures, but that's going to be obviously added. I wanted to go back real quick and show you some of this detail that's happening on this guy, which I noticed. Look at this, the kill streak markings. Kill streak markings on this guy, really cool to see. Little tiny details here and there. For him, you can actually see the guy in there, you know, holding the controls and whatnot. Really just immersing yourself into this world. And I'm so excited to be able to play not only the multiplayer and be all competitive and whatnot and cast the replays, but also, you know, obviously play the campaign and just get involved in this new IP. They went to E3, won a bunch of awards. They went to Gamescom opening night. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. They always come in pairs. Oh jeez, I'm okay. They had a ton of feedback from us, which is amazing because that's what we like to do. We just want to help and we want to see this thing grow, and we're gonna keep throwing feedback. And whether you implement them or not, these 50 developers are happy to just listen to us, and I'm, you know, super happy to be involved with these devs and the community manager. And it's really cool to see that this game is growing across Poland, Russia, and Korea, getting feedback from all across the world. Hello, that's really cool to see. They designed a whole bunch of units, heroes, and buildings, composed and recorded the music for this trailer though, damn, it's good. I love this music. That hum, I don't know what kind of music this is, but it sounds good to my ears. It makes my ear holes happy. This looks like it's one of the campaign maps or scenarios, because we do have that healing kit. This is a nice shot to stop at, because hold on, is that Toby? Is that Toby right there? For the ones that know what I'm talking about, is that him? Is that character based off of Toby? So it looks like this might be Anna's father. I showed screenshots of the art or rendition of this person before. I don't know who he is, but it looks like she's telling you goodbye, maybe kiss on the forehead. Let's stop the video right there. All right, let's talk about this real fast. I know my camera's in the way, so hold on, make it go away. So this guy, let's make the camera come back real quick. He's on my shirt, by the way. Thanks, guys. So this guy, right, is part of Saxony. I don't know if this is a hero mech, kind of like the Polanya gorilla one that we just saw. I'm curious if this is the gorilla version of Saxony. You feel me? You understand where I'm coming from? If this is the mech hero for Saxony. Now, there's a few things going on this guy that I have never seen before, besides him having a wolf face. Kind of reminds me of like Space Wolves, and that, like, just very wolven driven. Saxony, obviously, with their gunners, whatever, blasey blah, blasey blue. This is our focus point right here. So this mech guy, a brand new icon of some sort right here. I don't know which way. I think this is the front, and I'm assuming by the amount of lines, this is some sort of minigun. I just don't see any minigun. And the placement is, it looks like it's mounted, and I don't see that anywhere on him. The only weapon that I can visually tell that's on him are these 2 rockets on the shoulder pads. That's why I took away the webcam, by the way, so you guys can see this. There's a ton of rocket pods on his back or shoulders. When I'm trying to count these, by the way, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3 rows of 4 rocket pods, which is a ton. But not only rockets, he just, if you play this in normal speed, he takes a shot. Oh, yeah, sure, autoplay off, whatever. After this, boom, there's a shot right there. He just kind of does a recoil. I don't know who he was hitting. If he did shoot it, he missed it completely. I'm gonna go back one more time, because seeing that mech in action is what's so cool about this video that they uploaded. This mech, besides the gorilla one, it looks so cool to me. It's weird, right? So yeah, let's bring my face back. So Iron Harvest obviously is, you know, not sci-fi, but fictional, science fiction. This is not real. That's what I'm trying to say. and they can go out of the way and completely make stuff up, which is great. You know, we don't have to be like, oh, let's make it like the AT-45 from 1963. No, they can do whatever the hell they want. They can have, you know, wizards on top of mountains casting lightning strikes or whatever. They can totally do that. It's whatever. It's a brand new IP. It's a completely different universe. This mech. This is not real. If you don't know, it's not a real thing. It doesn't bother me. It used to when I first saw. Oh, so here is the picture. When I first saw this mech, I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't fit in this world of World War. Who would ever design something like this? It has a face for a wolf. It has legs. What are we playing here? Gundams? What is this? Power Ranger power suit thing? Doesn't get it out of here. You know, that was my first reaction. But then I was like, hold on, it grew on me. This is really cool because we're gonna be able to play this guy walking around the map shooting shit. Like, that's cool as hell. Don't let your creativity stop you. Keep throwing crazy shit into the game, man. This is dope. If you want to play something realistic, take a hike. You know where to find those games. It ain't here. This is dope as hell. I love this. Seeing maybe abilities out of this guy, level him up and whatnot, get XP. Speaking of XP, by the way, on the side here we see that they've come up with a player progression system, which is something I mentioned in the previous dev blog update. How when you play multiplayer or even single player stuff, you're gonna be able to gain XP for your profile essentially and unlock certain things. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but I'm pretty excited to be able to do that. That's how you keep your player base staying at your game and playing. That's one of the main reasons why people play Call of Duty, why people get battle pass unlocks. That's how you keep your player base there. So now we wanted to get people in, okay, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be easy to do because there's a lot of excitement behind this game. We bring him in, we keep him there with that, and then while updating and supporting this game, we just keep him there longer, and that's how you expand the lifetime of this game. Anyways, moving on. From talking about a mech to how to make people stay. So they finalized UI and controls, implement the gamepad controls, which is pretty cool because, well, console players, what's up, boys? I'll see y'all on some RTS action. This is gonna be pretty cool to see. Next up, they slapped these scenes right in there, right together. Two of the most important scenes in about 1 minute and 13 seconds. Not only did we see that, whatever the hell that mech was, wolf face mech, how we get to see, I think this is the Tur. Not sure, gotta find out. But being able to see this guy navigate through whatever map this is, I think it's one of the city maps that they recently done. There's a few things going on here. Not only how huge this mech is, this is to see it in motion. I'm gonna rewind it again. There's only a tiny clip of it too. But not only see it in motion, there's a little bit of stutter, obviously early still. It's not even in the version that we played, but being able to see him coming through the buildings like that, it's pretty cool because now we were able to tell what it takes for a unit to be able to do that, or how big you have to be. I don't know if the smaller ones can do that, but being able to see that he can do that is pretty cool. Also, as we spoke about I know my hands are doing a bunch of things, as we spoke about in the previous dev blog, units that are inside of buildings are actually inside of rooms. So if the room doesn't get destroyed, the units can stay in there. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. So in the current edition, when you put a unit inside of a building, the whole building is qualified as one room. Building is destroyed, they're immediately evacuated. It's considered one room. However, in the future, as you can tell here, this is a 3 or 2-story building. My mic's in the way. I have to like look around it. The units that were inside this room right here can stay there. They're not gonna leave. It's a room in there. The room didn't get destroyed, and they can stay and continuously shoot, which I think is pretty damn cool because it adds. I know I was talking about this game isn't realistic and they leave it that way, but yet here we have a little bit of realism, I guess you could say, because that's what you would do, I guess, in back in the days. Even though that building is in complete rubble, you can still take cover in it and hide and take advantage of cover or the rooms or you know, the safekeeping of keeping units alive and maybe even picking somebody off, getting the vision from up there. Even though the building is destroyed, or half sort of destroyed, you're still able to put your units in there, which I think is pretty cool. Moving on, we have, you know, the wrapping up it's just going so fast. It's going so fast. Let me slow this down. I wanted to go over some of the things that they've added. They've enhanced a bunch of things. Obviously, pathfinding, which again we went over in the previous dev blog. There's a pathfinding adjustment layer, I guess you could say. It's gonna come up, you know, with the beta. They've improved the AI, which is pretty cool to see. AI, I think it's kind of easy on insane difficulty. Memory usage, shaders, sounds, which I love the sounds, and I hope they touch up a little bit more sounds on just, you know, explosions and gun effects and stuff like that. Performance also, performance enhancing stuff is always good. Performance enhancing. What is this? A Viagra ad? Hey, my mom is calling me. Hold on. Hello? Hi. I was recording a video. It's okay. What's up? Alright, sorry about that. Let's just go back to where we were. You know, you always have to pick up when mom's calling. Doesn't matter who you are. Where did we leave off? Performance. Performance enhancing. I was making a joke about Viagra and then my mom calls me. Yikes, mom. Way to just... Alright, just go ahead and go normal speed as we are wrapping up this video. They loved every minute of it because, you know, we love it too. We give you guys feedback, and you guys, whether, you know, they implement it or not, we talk about, we discuss it. We have, you know, very, very, very good discussions about how we should approach certain things and what should be done to the game, and I love it. And I feel, I know this channel isn't big, but I feel somewhat happy and sort of blessed to be able to cover this kind of stuff and bring it to you guys. You guys actually enjoy it, which is really fun to do. And you know, supporting Iron Harvest with all I have, and it's just always cranking out stuff, and I'm actually enjoying it, and hopefully you are too. And I just wanted to go back real fast. Right here, there's a little scene, and I think that's the continuation of her getting on the train earlier, how Anna's kind of just escaping with this guy who also seems to have a drinking problem, maybe. Not a problem, but he's just having a swig or two, and now he's just either passed out or just like reminiscing about the times that they had together. Pretty cool stuff to see. Anyways, I hope you have yourself a great 2020 from not only the Iron Harvest team, but also from me. I've been enjoying pushing out this content all year round. I think we're pushing out more than 50 videos already. And I really appreciate your guys' support. We have hit 3,000 subs, which is really exciting. The goal for the end of this year was to hit 3,000 subscribers, and we've hit it. I didn't really push for it too much. I didn't, you know, ask you guys to subscribe all the time, blah blah blah. I was hitting that smash that like button every now and then. I asked for it, but that's about it. Never really requested it too much. I did a push, but that stopped. I didn't want to be annoying. Anyways, that's it. 2019 is coming to a wrap. Happy New Year, everyone. Stay tuned for a lot more stuff coming out in the future. Obviously, I'm going to be casting a ton of Dawn of War 2 and Dawn of War 3. There's also this beta coming out the end of February, so stay tuned for that. I'm doing other series like the Northgard one. There's another game I have in mind that is not out yet in alpha development, so we'll see if we can cast that one or give you some information about that. It's called RTS Arena. That's the project name for it. Anyways, with that being said, I wish you guys a happy new year again, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.